Grand Rising. This is Goddess Euwan.
Goddess Kuelimika.
And this is It's a Vibe Goddess. Welcome to our podcast. But before we get started, go ahead, hit subscribe, like, hit share. Also hit that notification bell if you want to be notified once we upload a video. So, what's going on, sis?
I don't know. I started thinking about stuff today about, like when we go to church and stuff and how people have to pay money all the time. We give offering and stuff like that, but
so you're not talking about just the regular tithe.
Okay, tithing is good, offering. But when you start having to pay the preacher because he might have a job and stuff, and then you paying
him for a paycheck.
He looking for a paycheck every Sunday, a set salary. I want to do it. Supposed to be a set salary. It's anywhere in the Bible they say set salary.
All I know, 10%. You give the Lord your 10%. God, which I don't know what God gonna do with it, but I'm just saying.
And we got needy people out there,
right?
Then you got
the church supposed to help people.
And then when you go to church, you're supposed to go to church to, to listen to the word. People go to listen to the word and understand, the Bible and everything. Mm-hmm. But when you get there, first thing in a few minutes, you sing a little bit. Then they get the little basket and go around, take up money.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a money thing, Mm-hmm. But back in the day, I knew, people just gave what they could.
Right.
Well, older days, they used to just give what they, they paid their tithes, but they gave the offering that they could, but they can. But now they started asking for a certain amount for people like programs and stuff like that. Mm. That's not necessary.
Okay.
So I feel like it's not necessary to ask people for a certain amount to put them.
So are they wrong for the 10% that they want you to?
I'm not. I ain't gonna say they ain't wrong for the 10%. I'm not sure. To me, your 10% could be anything.
Yeah.
Your 10%, cause you can put up 10% of your time. You can put I feel like it's anything.
So it doesn't have to go to the church. Long 10%.
Long as you giving from your heart.
Big,
yeah. Long as you give. If you ain't got but a nickel.
Yeah.
You can't give but a few pennies.
Well, I agree with that concept. But give what you have.
Give what you have.
Because we know God didn't write the Bible, and we know that it was man-made. So of course it was actually set up to get taxes from different countries. So actually it's a profit business, even though I know they say non-profit, but it's a big business. Church is a big business. But
and everybody's eyes are open more now to whether back then they didn't see it that way.
Right.
And like our elderly people now, they still don't see it like that. They feel like anything the pastor tell them to do, they gonna do it. They tell them to bring $100 this next Sunday. They gonna try to get the $100, and they need their medication, and they ain't gonna be able to get the light bill paid or something else.
Give up that $100,
and they be amongst each other in the house. Yeah. Oh, you got your $50. You got your $50. We gotta pay such and such, and we gotta pay. And
I just gave past $100. I ain't got it. So we all got to pitch in,
and we gotta pray.
The pitch in should have been given what she was gonna give to the church.
And we gotta tell God to help us, cause God gonna help us. We just gave to, cause we give it from our heart.
What do you think God's saying when he look at us? He up there
when he sit
looking down at us. What do you think he's saying?
I think he said, "Baby,
quit being a damn
fool, cause you know good and darn well I ain't gonna tell you to give your heart all your money, and you need some money for your light bills and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Don't be stupid." Don't be giving these people your money and you need it.
It's a ripoff.
I'm just saying, if you're giving something from your heart and you got it, hey, yeah. But if you got to give your money away and you don't have anything. If somebody got to give a pastor something, they can ride around in luxurious cars and
dress nice
and stuff. And you come to church, you got three outfits in clothes. You got to switch them up just to look nice, like you want to, and you can't even go to the beautician, get your hair done. They done went and got their hair done, got them a hat. The wife done got a hat, and the wife got a big old ring sitting up there, and he got on a nice suit and
they
stuff.
Blinging, honey.
And then they can go to the next church. You can't even hardly go to the next church because you can't put no gas in your money. I mean, in your car. Excuse me, in your car. And it don't make no sense to give all your money away to churches like that. And I mean,
yes,
you got sense. You know, use your senses.
I agree.
I mean, it's not.
The church is supposed to be here to help the community.
Help the community.
Like, all the money that you're giving to the church, I mean, I understand the building fund because you got have the upkeep of the building. But what I don't understand is all the money that's coming in, they're not doing anything to help the community.
It's just like it sits there and they don't even say, well, I need to go help such and such, or we need to go around and see any members or anybody, because we hadn't seen such and such in a while. We need to go see if they're okay or get them some money. Then, like, when it comes down to little programs and they have food, or like Christmas time and Thanksgiving, they cook for each other. Why
Instead
are you
of cooking for the people that's homeless?
Having dinner at church for everybody that's at the church instead of going out feeding the hungry. You need to go out and feed people that need it, that need stuff. And they might not just need food. They might need
a hat, a blanket, socks, a jacket.
Think about that sometimes instead of thinking about yourself. Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
And you talk about the government taking your money. Oh my goodness. The church is taking your money too.
Exactly.
They taking your money. So I ain't saying I don't know if all of them take, but they all in the same boat.
And the one I've been to,
and
they do.
And you can have those preachers that come be invited to your church. Them jokers are
looking for a paycheck.
If you don't pay them no money, they ain't coming back no more. They are not. You ain't gonna see them no more. If you don't pay me that set price that I said, not me, but the preacher. When what he said he wanted, or what you said you was gonna give them, they're not coming back.
I wonder, is this everywhere, like all across America? Because I know the state that we're in right now, that's how people do at church. So if your state in city is this way, drop us a line, let me know, because it's interesting to see what other people have to say. And the first thing I want to say about the whole situation with church, like, why is it that there's this unwritten code of don't question God? Don't question, you're not supposed to question God. Who told them that?
But as soon as something happened to somebody, why God, why?
But who told them that anyway?
Who told you that you couldn't question God? Yeah. Don't question him.
Don't question nothing about the Bible. So a book that was given to us by our white masters, we believe everything it say. Black people are the only ones that take their religion real serious. You do have some white people that take their religion serious, but Christianity was founded on something totally different. It was founded on slavery, and it was founded on the fact that they was going to get all countries to pay taxes. And this was the way for them to do it. I wish people would go back and do their research so they could stop saying God wrote the Bible. God did not write a Bible. People wrote the Bible. People wrote the Bible. I don't know. And then Christians get so upset when you say that. They get mad. They want to fight. And then another thing I have is when somebody wake up in the morning and be like, "Ooh, thank you, Jesus." That's okay. Say thank you for whatever you feel like he did for you. But they be saying, "Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up." Jesus didn't make you. Did he? I mean, so why are you saying thank you for waking me up? Because he didn't wake you up. He wasn't the one. He wasn't the creator.
You say thank you, God.
I mean, that sounds a little bit more better to me. I mean, I'm just on the outside looking in. And
we're stating stuff, and we this is only for entertainment purposes.
In our opinion.
But we're stating stuff that you might want to say that you won't say.
Or you're afraid
to say.
Because you have this unwritten rule with religion as if it's the gatekeeper itself that man wrote. And let's talk about the man that wrote, let's say, because a lot of people love the King James Version. Do you even know what type of person he was? And then how's a man that's blind or whatever they were saying writing something? He's not. Like, it's just such fabrication about everything.
I heard King James was a river or a pond or a pool or something named King James, but I don't know. I just heard that. It's not something I know of, but I heard that. But anyway,
well, the real King James that they referring to, he has a little background. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to look it up and drop your knowledge down below,
please,
and tell me what you found out.
And also,
Cause it's just getting ridiculous though, because these preachers want you to buy they suits to wear, their ties, the socks, the shoes, the white dress. I mean, it's not that serious. Like
airplanes,
and then they tell them everything. Like you leave your home with your kids, your family, your husband, and you go to these people and you tell them everything, your business.
Let me give you a secret. A preacher is a human. I mean, a
being.
person just like we are. They do things behind closed doors just like we do.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna see it. Yeah. Okay. And they're not gonna tell you what they doing, but you gonna run and tell them what
tell them everything what you doing.
Everything.
Will a lot of people ever get some sense? Like,
please do.
To me, it's redundant.
They're not.
It's redundant.
It's just like you go to a psychiatrist. Mm-hmm. They gonna write stuff down, and they are sworn not to tell anybody nothing you say.
Unless you get in trouble.
And they will get in trouble for doing it. Mm-hmm. But a preacher,
and here's why.
And you tell them stuff. They going back to the house talking amongst each other. Then might get on the phone. Susie, you know what I heard yesterday? But don't you tell nobody now.
Then the person that went and told all their business, they shocked at how their business get out.
Yeah, they be like,
how are you shocked? Why are you telling this? And
you can feel when people be looking at you funny because they went and told your business.
And pray for yourself. Like, I used to have people, I'm going to pray for you. Okay, that's cool. But if I'm not praying for myself, then it's probably not working. Mm-mm. Because how do I know you're praying as if he's listening because you praying? Don't make sense.
And you might not be sincere.
Exactly. I know people say that a lot, especially in the black community. You hear, I'm going to pray for you, sister. I'm going to pray. I don't want everybody praying for me, especially when I know your heart ain't right. Your heart ain't right. If it's not in the right place, don't pray for me. I'm good. I pray for myself. And if God can't hear me, then hey, it is what it is.
And people always say, if you don't go to church, you ain't saved. If you don't go to church, God don't love you, or you ain't doing right, but you don't love God. How you know don't nobody love God because they don't go to church? Shoot, you in church and still might not love him. So how you gonna tell somebody else that they don't love God because they don't go to church, or they ain't saved because they don't go to church? You God,
but
you're God, and then don't say nothing about when people say, "Well, God told me."
But if he told you, you think he can't tell me?
He tell me too. If he tell you,
girl,
I thought you said God don't have no respectable person. You said that God don't have no special person that he love everybody. So if he love everybody, he can talk to everybody.
That's right.
So why God told you tell me something that he can tell me himself?
Thank you. And didn't tell me. He told you something about me that he couldn't come and tell me. Mm-hmm.
I don't think he that kind of God.
That's why I'm saying make that make sense.
I know, right?
Make that make sense. I need somebody to make it make sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with religion.
I don't either.
Religion is what it is. It's religion, and without it, we probably would live in a chaotic world.
Yes, we would. But just be real and stop playing,
fun,
faking, playing and stuff like that. Don't be playing with people lives and stuff.
But my thing is this: how can you love someone that you've never seen but hate the people that you in the community with?
In the community,
I don't understand that. You can go to church every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Bible study, church service, everything. Pastor anniversary, everything. You be running up and down them aisles, thanking Jesus. And the reason why I say Jesus, because that's what most of y'all call on. I call on God. But anyway, they be running up and down the aisle, thanking Jesus, running up and down the aisle, and got malicious in their heart the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't even like your neighbor, the one sitting next to you in the pew.
And be talking about them right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all don't just talk about them, you text about them.
Mm-hmm.
You be on the phone text Susan way over there. Girl, guess what so-and-so said?
Girl, did you see how she came here? Look at her head.
Look at her head.
Look at what she got on.
Funny and stuff. She need to go home and comb her hair.
Mm-hmm.
She need to go home and put off that dress that she got on and put on something else. Don't
know that dress was too short for her to be walking up in here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's all she had today. And if you don't like what somebody wearing, then go and buy them some. Like,
stop being hypocrites.
Yeah.
Stop being hypocritical of people.
Basically.
You're in the church being a hypocrite.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Why are you doing it? But even the people that preach and be hypocrite.
Yes.
They be sitting up talking, go to the house and stand by outside their window. Mm-hmm. And you will hear what they're saying. I mean, goodness. And they not only do that, they'll get in a restaurant or a place like that, and they have a good time with somebody with the church members and stuff. All of a sudden, they just blurt out different stuff to each other. Mm-hmm. You're not hearing yourself saying these things. You need to quit doing that stuff. If you want people to believe you and trust in you and stuff like, you got to stop doing that stuff and stop being a hypocrite and stop hurting people, like saying stuff you shouldn't say about them, and then letting them come to church and you asking for all this money. You have 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 programs, and you think they supposed to go to every one of them and give some money
every time.
And then you think people supposed to come out of their house, bring food to the church, and feed you when you got a job just like they do, and you can feed your own self. Stop doing that.
Yeah. And then this is my thing. Like, all people, well, I ain't gonna say all people, but a lot of people that's in the church, they put that pastor or preacher, whatever you want to call him, minister, whatever, they put him on a pedestal as if he doesn't have thought of his own. First of all, he's not God.
Not God.
He's not Jesus.
Nope.
He ain't nobody. He himself.
He just like us. We walk up in there. We can start preaching. We can start preaching just like he preaching and jump up and down and say,
if Jesus told you
stuff. We can do all that
in the Bible that you pick up and read every Sunday. If Jesus told you that he, don't worship him, the only person to worship is God in heaven, he was letting you know he was man. Don't worship him. He was letting you know only person that was worthy of being worshipped is God.
And don't be letting people tell you sit there if something happening, God don't move because he gonna save you. Get your butt up and go save yourself, because God don't want you to sit there waiting on him saying you got legs. Why you got legs? Walk.
In other words, prayer without action is dead.
It's dead. So pray about the situation. Get your tail up and gone. Tornado come. You gonna sit in the house and say, God gave you senses to know that you need to get your tail out that building. Don't stay in that house.
Yeah, and we still got black people, melanated skinned people saying, I'm gonna let God fix it. I'm gonna let Jesus fix it. Let me take that back. I'm gonna let Jesus fix it. We going through all this stuff with these white people going through this, doing it. We gonna let Jesus fix it. Have he fixed it? And you still going through it. Because no action, you don't get anything.
And then you say, I ain't prayed hard enough. I ain't
like how hard do you supposed to pray?
And then another thing, don't tell yourself. I hate to hear people say, I got sick because I did something wrong.
Bad things happen to good people too, and I hear that every time somebody gets sick in our community. I hear black people saying, "Well, you know, she shouldn't have did what she did.
God don't like that.
He don't like pretty."
And I'm like, God let stuff happen to a lot of people.
And it's some people that,
I ain't gonna say he let it. It just happened.
Yeah, it's some people that are the sweetest people in the world that I know for a fact probably didn't talk about people, this, that, and the other, and they died. They dead. To this day, they're not here. And I know somebody ruthless as hell. I used to ask him, why am I still here compared to somebody I know that was nice and I know that was caring? You know, you got some people, as soon as you walk out their house, they dog you to death. But they still here and breathing. They do stuff. They sneaking with they sneaking with their neighbor husband.
And they also say this, Gwen.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
They also say this. If they still living in they just in their ways, they still here so they can go through something. They love to say that too. That's not true either.
Yeah,
just because you always say such and such, they let them stay here because they mean it's all outside.
I've heard
and let the wife left here because she was sweet and they were mean. Then let them suffer and stuff. No, that ain't necessarily true.
We don't know why God takes some and leaves some. All I know, if it's your number, your time up, your time is up. It don't matter what you've done. It doesn't. Because you could be the sweetest person in the world and be gone.
Exactly.
And you could be the most devilish person in the world and die.
Right.
And then some of the devilish people stay here. Be still here. When it's somebody you feel like, why did he take that person and not that person? You questioning God then?
Yes.
So I guess like people feel like when it's convenient for them to question or say something, then it's convenient for them. But you know, I'm not trying to put my belief over on nobody.
Let me tell you something. You are human. You gonna fall short of saying things that you feel like you shouldn't say to anybody or even to God. You will say stuff. Yeah. You gonna say, why me? Why this? Why that? But even when you're the toughest something and you told people not to say it themselves, you gonna say it. Just like if you stump your toe, you said you ain't gonna never curse, but you gonna curse when you stump your toe.
Yeah.
It gonna hurt. So when you stump your toe, you gonna say
it. Because I do all the time.
Because it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that we trying to, play down on religion or talk about religion as if it's, it's actually been a good thing to keep people in line. Everything happens for a reason. But at the same time, there is no one going to tell me what I got to give somebody. I give what I want to give.
Right.
And I'm saying this because I went to see a big pastor. He is a millionaire, of course. We went to one of the conferences out there in Houston, Texas. And this man literally said in the pulpit and said, give. But if you writing a check for $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, don't waste your paper. You keep that. So I was like, wait a minute, did he just say what I thought he said? So he repeated it again. I guess I asked the question and I got an answer. He said, don't waste your paper. Well, don't waste your paper. Don't. If you're giving $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, you keep.
Because.
And I was done then. I said, okay.
Well, right, you're right. That's and another thing is the reason he was rich, a millionaire, or what say a millionaire. I'm gonna tell you, if I can get out here and tell you what you want to hear, and you believe me, and you give me all your money because you want to hear some more, because that's what you want to hear. But if I tell you something you don't want to hear, I probably won't get nothing.
Their belief.
Yeah, whatever it lines up with, it plays on your belief and what you believe in. So that's playing on your belief, getting your money because of something you believe in. That's not right. Playing with your heart and your intelligence and your finances because of something you believe in, and telling you something that you already read. If you say you read in the Bible, you read the same thing he read or they read. They gonna constantly tell you the same thing over and over that you read, and making you believe in them, not God. Believe in them a little bit more of what they're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Pastor said.
And then you giving the money to them to listen for some more, because it makes you feel so good. Let me give you some. It's just like giving money to a card game, and you just because you love it so much, you're gonna keep on giving the money and stuff. And that's your money. You should be keeping it and stuff to use for the better you and stuff like that, and better your family and take care of yourself and all that kind of stuff. You know. But you giving all your money away,
and still got issues.
Still can't pay the hospital bill. You know you gotta pay that hospital bill. If I get the pastor this money, if I get the pastor this money, maybe I can pay maybe God will help me pay my light bill. But did he? Did he help you pay that big hospital bill that just because you gave some $100 in the church? And you couldn't go pay that $100 you need to go pay at the hospital. And if you ask the pastor to give you some money so you can go pay your money at the hospital, will he do that?
Yeah, okay. Something to think about. I think people should just kind of think about what they're saying, and just like I don't want to put my beliefs off on you, and if you're Christian, please don't try to put your beliefs off on me.
Exactly.
I'm okay with whatever you believe, but stop being stupid in a sense. Like, think for yourself. Think for yourself. Like, that's our problem. We didn't think for ourselves.
And make sure it's important when you pay stuff in the church that it's helping somebody. Or if you want to, just go give it to that person yourself. Because I'm sure they'll be so happy to get it from you in person and stuff. But if you do, if your church is doing things to benefit other people, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yes. Because I'm not knocking on them, and I'm just saying that you should pay attention to what you are doing and what you are paying and what they are doing and what they are telling you in church. Yeah, you should pay attention. And stop thinking that the pastor is not a human being or he a person. Yeah, stop
trying to make it seem like, oh, Pastor such and such did this and we got to vote him out because he human.
He's human.
Ain't nobody put him on that pedestal but y'all.
Right.
He human. He gonna make mistakes till the day he die. And it's okay, people are human.
Right.
But y'all get around here, I can't let nobody see me going in the liquor store.
Because they are there for you. You should show them how you should be there every meeting they have and everything, and put your input in and do what you're supposed to do and let them know what you don't agree with and all that kind of stuff. And if they don't listen to you when you're trying to let them know that some things that you don't agree with, that is you see how you see it and stuff like that, because everybody got an opinion, and you can have your opinion and tell them how you see things should be or how you feel about certain things that's going on and stuff. And but we pray just like everybody else do.
Most definitely. And
we love God. And we're not trying to knock the church. We're not trying to say that you shouldn't give or anything like that. But be mindful of what you're doing. Yeah. And stuff. Pay attention. Please pay attention.
Most definitely. So that's all we have for today. This is Goddess Euwan.
Goddess Kuelimika.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And yeah, don't forget to hit subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified. I noticed you do that. Ding. So thank you, Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you for watching It's a Vibe Goddess podcast every Tuesday and Friday on air with Goddess Kuelimika and Goddess Euwan. Also subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell if you want to be notified once we upload a video.